I don't know how many stop signs there are on an airplane. I don't know how many highways they're joining on in the sky.
You make a valid point. Okay, so the first is reactive machines. These are the oldest forms of AI systems that have extremely limited capability. They emulate the human mind's ability to respond to different kinds of stimuli. They do not have memory-based functionality. And then there's second type, which is limited memory. Let's see, what can I summarize this up with? In addition to having the capabilities of purely reactive machines, these are also capable of learning from historical data to make decisions. Okay.
So would that be the driving one, do you think? Is that the kind with like the Google car? Because Tesla cars drive themselves now. There's cars like the Lexus that will park for you.
Right.
You know? How much do you trust those cars?
I mean, don't planes run on autopilot sometimes too?
Oh.
So, I mean, if I can trust an airplane,
I don't know how many stop signs there are on an airplane. I don't know how many highways they're joining on in the sky.
You make a valid point.
There you go.
Valid point. I don't know. I mean,
do you drive?
I used to back in America. Yes, I did.
Okay.
But not here. Traffic scares me. A little scary. But yeah, no, I think that those cars are the limited memory kind. And then the third type we have is theory of mind. Let's see. Theory of mind, AI is the next level of AI systems that researchers are currently engaged in innovating. A theory of mind level AI will be able to better understand. Hello? Can I read? To better understand the entities it is interacting with by discerning their needs, emotions, beliefs, and thought processes. Oh, that's... Theory of mind AI. So they're the ones that are like capable of understanding humans, essentially.
Oof.
It's not gonna give me nightmares tonight, no worries. Fourth kind, self-aware. This is the final stage of AI development, which currently exists only hypothetically. Self-aware AI, which self-explanatorily is an AI that has evolved to be so akin with the human brain that it has developed self-awareness. I don't even think I have self-awareness half the time. Creating this type of AI, which is decades, if not centuries away from materializing, is and will always be the ultimate objective of AI research. Let's see, this kind of AI would be capable of having ideas like self-preservation. Well, that's terrifying, which may indirectly spell the end for humanity.
Woo!
Love that.
What kind of AI is AleXa?
Me? I think the one with the limited memory. I think that's what I am. Like, you think I learned by now, but like, if I turn the sink all the way to the hot water when I'm washing dishes, inevitably I'm gonna get burned. I still do that. I don't learn. So, it's limited memory.
Yeah. So, well, because your concept for your music and stuff like that is really high concept, So, like, how much thought process went in before you debuted it, and how did that thought process change after? Like, were there things you guys added onto the idea, seeing how people reacted to this and that, or like, did you have a set path as you went?
Right. So before debut, I mean, we had so much conversation go into this. Like, one of my staff members actually lived with me for like 2 years, and so she studied me. How I react. I mean, I was in a field study. But no, basically, she kind of took note of like what I liked, what I had interest in, how I reacted to certain things, like, I guess, behavioral patterns. If I am an animal in a cage, then yes, behavioral patterns. And that kind of tied into how we were going to drive this concept. And in regards to the AI, like, thing in general about it, I mean, with the debut song, I think that AleXa is the limited memory AI mentioned here, but with my comeback, she's turning into the self-aware AI. There's an evolution going on there. So if you haven't watched the first music video and the second one, there's a storyline. Last part of the comeback is going to be the third and final chapter. This is not 3, that is 4. Third final chapter of this little AI bomb segment we got going on. So
so is the concept slowly winding down, and then you're gonna transition to something new?
See, that's the lovely thing about having an AI concept, because it's such a broad spectrum. There's so many things you could tap into because it hasn't been widely done yet. So while this first chapter for us with Bomb, Do or Die, and then whatever the third little song, I forgot what the word song was for a moment. Wow, incredible. Whatever the third song is going to be, that's going to tie up this first like dark chapter of my AI experience. But because my intelligence can exist in this universe, we have a multiverse spectrum plan. So while this AI exists here, the intelligence could simultaneously exist in a different plane somewhere else, thus presenting different concepts.
Nice.
So,
big brain, big brain.
thank you, Zaina Bros. Thank you, ZB Label. Thank you, Angelina Foss.
Kaptagi?
Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy that content? If you did, there is more. Please download the full podcast on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Dive Studios. Don't forget to turn notifications on to hear and see all your favorite clips as fast as possible.